From next week, it will be much easier for people with solar panels or other sources of renewable energy to sell any excess electricity they produce back to the grid.
Well, a new government scheme means that large energy companies will now have to offer the payment directly to customers who generate excess power. Sky's Ali Fortescue has this report.
Forget hay. Jeff Hardy makes money while the sun shines.
To the middle.
He has solar panels which power 2/3 of his home. And from next week, a new government scheme means he'll get paid for any he gives back to the grid.
It feels amazing to generate our own power. It makes us very connected with what we're doing in the house, but it also means that that power is being used locally as well. When it gets exported, it's only going to go as far as our neighbours.
It works like this. Jeff's unused solar power gets stored, passed back to his energy supplier, who then sells it to other customers. And it's the energy suppliers who'll now pay Jeff for making the electricity.
We are introducing into Parliament legislation called the Smart Export Guarantee, and this will ensure that energy companies that have over 150,000 customers, 90% of all coverage of the UK, will then be compelled to offer this Smart Export Guarantee, which will mean that households, community buildings that either have solar panels or renewable forms of energy will be able to sell their excess electricity back onto the grid for the first time.
Small-scale producers won't get vast sums, but it will contribute to their energy costs. It'll also mean savings for the government, as this scheme replaces the subsidy they used to give people to afford solar panels. But what about the energy companies who are now paying for electricity they used to get for free?
The kind of energy companies that want to drive change and make our grid more renewable, more sustainable, are going to be able to buy electricity from their customers and sell it to other customers. They'll put cheaper electricity onto the grid. So even if you haven't got solar panels yourself, you'll be able to buy cheaper electricity because your neighbours are generating it.
The aim is to encourage more households and businesses to go greener, to look beyond the initial cost of panels and turbines to the long-term gain of cheaper utilities. Ali Fortescue, Sky News.